From era to era to era, the fun goes on. Shakey's 50 years. Shakey's Creamy Spinach Pizza. Creamier.
Creamier, yummier.
From era to era to era, the fun goes on. Shakey's 50 years. Shakey's Creamy Spinach Pizza. Creamier.
Creamier, yummier.
From era to era to era, the fun goes on. Shakey's 50 years. Shakey's Creamy Spinach Pizza. Creamier.
Creamier, yummier.
Good afternoon and welcome to all the volleyball fans watching us today. This is Quick Set, brought to you by Kick and powered by Smart 5G. I am Danny Nakpil, your courtside reporter today, live here at the Playtime Phil Oil Center. It is going to be an action-packed triple header that we'll be having this Sunday. It is going to be a match-up between NCAA and UAAP teams. For our first match, we have Colegio de Juan de Letran battling the University of Santo Tomas. And for our second matchup, we have Emilio Aguinaldo College and the defending champions, National University. And of course, for our third match this Sunday, we have the University of the Philippines and Mapua University. So here at SSL, we want to get to know more about our players. So let's see kung sino ba ang feature natin sa Quick Tips ngayon. Let's watch this video.
Nalong Isip Setter from the Rizal University. And these are my quick tips on how to enjoy life as an athlete. First tip is just to be yourself. Second tip is isipin mo lang yung mga motivation mo sa buhay, like your family, friends. And last tip is isipin mo yung dream mo sa life, like yung future ba. Again, I'm Rian Lalong Isip and those were my quick tips.
We love that, no? And totoo naman na kahit tayo ay may athletic careers, it is very important that we prioritize our personal relationship and our families. Now, you can watch. So here at SSL, for our bundle, cheer for your team while enjoying your Shakey's favorite with a Super League meal deal. Now available in 3 types: SSL 1099, SSL Classic, and we have the SSL LLL Gold. And it gets even better. Classic and Gold bundles now come with a Shakey's Super Card for even more peaks and discount. Whether you're courtside or couchside, enjoy the action with a Super League meal deal. And pwede pang humabol ang lahat dito sa San Juan. But if you are at home, you can catch the 2025 Shakey's Super League preseason Unity Cup matches live at Puso, Pilipinas. And you can also watch the games on Shakey's Super League Facebook page. Pwede rin nyo rin itong mapanood sa Smart Sports Facebook page. And on TV, we broadcast on Solar Sports on DDT Channel 21, Cable Link Channel 58, and Sky Cable Channel 70. So we're very excited this Sunday. Excited na ba kayo? Back to you guys.
Bilang with another clean and powerful kill. Stand out from Lady Knights.
Moresco hammers that one down. What more urgency here? But Boyos, oh my goodness, just erupting at the right time.
All confidence that we are seeing for the College of St. Benilde.
Here she is, right on you. And the halftime there from Alinsog.
Title contenders and rising squads will step onto the volleyball court here at Playtime Phil Oil Center in this Sunday's triple header. Magandang tanghali po sa ating lahat, sa mga viewers natin online, and whether you are here at the venue or catching us online. This is our match at hand. It's Colegio de San Juan de Letran going up against the University of Santo Tomas. I am Rhea Marital Laragas. I am joined for the first time with Jolina Licenio. Jolina, it's a battle between NCAA and UAAP teams and between Letran and UST. What can we expect between these two teams?
Well, Rhea, we have an exciting triple header right now this Sunday, and we have a lot to expect since they are familiar with each other with this game. But now we're seeing a new season of the Shakey's Unity Cup, and it's just an exciting thing to see.
That's right, Jelena. Speaking of exciting things, we take a look at the standings here. Of course, yesterday's doubleheader saw changes in the team standings. UAAP schools are in fact now dominating in their respective pools. We have FEU, UP, and Ateneo. But of course, we are to focus here between UST and Letran in Pool C.
Yes, we have here in Pool C with University of the Philippines leading with 1 win, and the University of Santo Tomas with 1 loss, and Mapua University yet to play later, and alongside with Colegio San Juan de Letran with their first game right now.
Speaking of Letran, this is going to be their debut game here in Shakey's Unity Cup. As we take a look at their team profile, the Letran Lady Knights had a short stint in the last year's SSL preseason championship, losing 2 of their 3 games to finish third in their respective pool and also missing out in the second round and in the quarterfinals.
Well, on the other hand, they had a really good NCAA season where they finished second after elimination round, defeated number 3 Aliano in Final Four, and lost to number 1 CSB in finals. But they finished second, and this they did for their second year appearing in the finals of NCAA.
Well, you can really see how promising this team is. And talking about promising, Jelena, we have key holdovers here for the San Juan de Letran Lady Knights, who we can really expect to step up in this
And
game.
we, of course, have returning with their old form, finishing in second in the eliminations round. We have here key players with Jadel Marie Nitura, Sheena Vanessa Sari, Lara May Silva, and Gia Maricel Makilang.
And of course, going back to that other side of the court, the Letran Lady Knights will go up against another finalist in the UST Golden Tigresses. Of course, they had a very frustrating loss against a familiar foe in UP. So this is something that I think the Golden Tigresses should really have to take advantage.
Well, they really need to have a good mental condition in this game since they lost against UP with having a lot of errors actually, and their spikes were much of in a differential against UP, and as well as their blocks.
Well, despite the stunning loss to UP in their opening match, Jelena, one positive for UST was their player in that previous game. And of course, that player in focus is presented by Pusupi. Join now for free. And of course, talking about player, you have Avril Braun, who really stood up big time for the Golden Tigresses.
Well, we're talking about UST with their exceptional grassroots program. It is bound in their systems to have produced Avril Braun, which she finished with 12 points behind top scorer Angeline Poyos in their last game.
That's true. So we are really to expect another amazing or stunning performance from this young girl here, who in the absence of Jonah Perdido and Jurado. Here we are yet to see another performance for the Golden Tigresses again after that frustrating loss against UP. But of course, they're going up against Letran. So we will be right back before the first serve.
Shaky's fun goes on and on and on, on and on and on. Shaky's got it going on, we still bring the fun.
With decades of great pizza, chicken, and mojos.
Shaky's fun goes on and on.
From era to era to era. The fun goes on. Shakey's 50 years.
The fun goes on at Shaky's.
Kick Mobile. Download the Kick app, choose your number, activate the eSIM, and own the country's first ever customizable mobile experience. Stay first in line for network priority. Kick Mobile. Download now.
Shakey's Creamy Spinach Pizza. Creamier.
Creamier, yummier.
Only projects, plans, play, game. With Smart Only 5G, valid for 3 days. Tuloy, tuloy, tuloy. Simply reliable for only 85 pesos. With Smart, load now.
Presenting our officials for this match. First referee, Larry Escorial. Second referee, Jean Mercado. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Playtime Phil Oil Center. This is the Shaky Super League 2025 Preseason Unity Cup. It's match number 11 between the Colegio de Juan de Letran Lady Knights versus the University of Santo Tomas Golden Tigresses. We kindly request all players of the Lady Knights to make their way to center court for the photo-off.
The Letran Lady Knights will debut for the first time here at the Shakey's Unity Cup. Of course, we saw these girls headed by Coach Alexi in that Batangas leg where they finished third after losing to FEU and CSB, but also winning against University of Batangas. Familiar faces we're seeing here, Jalina.
Yes, and I think Letran here is in a good shape, considering na bago yung coach nila.
Yes.
And we all know na mahirap talaga mag-adapt when it comes to having the coaching staff, binabago, and lahat ng sistema kailangan baguhin din, and the players really need to adapt fast since malapit na din ang competition nila.
That's true. But for now, let's turn you over to our venue game announcer for the call-outs.
Let us now meet the starters for both teams. First, for the Colegio de San Juan de Letran Lady Knights. Let's start with our middlebacker, number 6, Leonelyn Padilla. Opposite hitter, number 12, Nisan Colendra. Middlebacker, number 16, Leslie Izar. Setter, number 17, Chick Flores. Outside hitter, number 21, Georgie Makilang. Another outside hitter, number 25, Gia Makilang. Starting libero at number 3, Angela Zamudio. Head coach of the Lady Knights, Mr. Alexi Latin Maki. Calling on the starters of the University of Santo Tomas Golden Tigresses. Let's start with our middlebacker, number 8, Marga Altea. Outside hitter, number 10, Saiza Gula. Opposite hitter, number 11, Julia Balingit. Setter, number 16, Cassie Carvalho. Middlebacker, number 19, Maymay Coronado. Outside hitter, number 21, Kyla Cordora. Starting libero under team captain at number 4, Det Pepito. Head coach of the Golden Tigresses, Mr. Cesar L. Jacques de los Santos.
It's an interesting lineup so far for the Letran Lady Knights with Coach Alexi switching things up. We have Gia Makilang and Georgie Makilang as the outside hitters for Letran, but also we have key holdovers in University of Santo Tomas with Saiza Gula returning, and of course their team captain, Bernadette Pepito. That's Bernadette Pepito on your screens, who will be leading the UST Golden Tigresses here. And of course, Izar and Cassie Carvalho, who will be leading the offense of the Golden Tigresses. Both teams wanting to get First win here in the Shakey's Super League Preseason Unity Cup. Of course, we have Saizagula returning for the Golden Tigresses. This is set number 1, and this set is brought to you by Shakey's. From era to era, the fun keeps rolling. 50 years of fun, family, and pizza at Shakey's.
Have a net touch on the side of Letran. What a way to start the triple header this Sunday, Rhea.
And of course, we saw the starting 6 for Coach Alexi. Jelena, no, we're seeing, although familiar faces in Colendra, in Padilla, but hindi natin nakikita yung kanilang starting setter. And of course, hindi din natin nakikita here in set number 1 si Judel Natura. So that's something exciting on the side of Letran.
And we have to remind our viewers na ito ay all to play. So
Yes.
on the second set, we'll be seeing different set of players, different set of faces, and most probably different gameplays as well.
That's true. And speaking of all to play, and isa siguro to sa strategy ni Coach Alexi to distribute his players. But it's a great start so far for UST.
And on the side of UST naman, nakita natin ngayong araw, their lineup is composed of yung mga nakakabatang player. Yung mga galing high school. But now they're starting their set with mga faces na kilala natin in the collegiate level.
And speaking of kilala, that's May Coronado. Early activation there by Cassie Carvalho. You know, that connection of Cassie Carvalho between her attackers talaga, Jelena. I think that's also the reason why Coach Shaq, siya yung pinili as a starting setter.
Well, given that Cassie Carvalho is an experienced setter, kahit sinong attacker yung ilagay mo sa first 6, nakasama man siya or sa second 6, it just works out well.
Speaking of workout, that's May Coronado. Another block point. That's 2 back-to-back points now for the Golden Tigresses.
On Letran's end, it was a good play kasi hindi nabasa masyado ng UST, which is late pa actually si Coronado on that block.
It's early call for time by Coach Alexi. Let's listen in.
Like I said, I want good hits today. But first, we need to receive. Every ball is like 5 meters. That's a mucho setting, no flores. So come on, ladies. First thing first. Receive, then we go. Then we can attack partner. Good? Let's go. Back to the game.
That huddle was powered by Kick. Download the app now.
Well, tama nga si Coach. They really have to start with receive. Kasi if you have a shaky receive, you can't convert that into a good play to convert to points.
That's true, Jelena. So far, the UST, they're really doing a good job in going for that high-pressure serve here in set number 1.
And as a libero before, Rhea, what could you say is like yung mahirap when it comes to receiving?
Well, of course, like what Coach Alexi said, kailangan mo talagang to start things off with a receive kasi dun mo ma-establish yung offense mo. But that's a great call for time there by Coach Alexi to stop that slow momentum run of the Golden Tigresses. That's Chick Flores in the service deck. What an ace for Chick Flores, right on time for the Letran Lady Knights. A much-needed one. This serve of the game is brought to you by Shakey's. From era to era to era, the fun keeps rolling. 50 years of fun, family, and pizza at Shakey's.
Well, this girl has luck on her hands here on this Sunday afternoon.
Speaking of hot hands, that's Saizagula activation there.
You really love, what you really love about Saizagula is yung flight niya pag pumapalo. And she could really see kung saan niya pwede paluin given that hang time na meron siya.
That point was right on time for Saizagula here on the service deck. Good serve. Flores, opposite. And that's Colendra. Uses the hands of the blockers.
Good eye right there, converting that hit to a check ball given that Coronado is in front and as well as Balingit. She has tall blockers and Cordora as well.
A great serve. Good save there by UST. It's a chance ball for Letran. Gia Makilang powering through.
Who do you go to when you want to secure that hit?
That play was brought to you by Kick, powered by Smart. Our way, our rules. Download the app now. Now, Gia Makilang, like Saizagula, is also a player that has a very high leap.
And you could see from that last hit, sinilip niya talaga kung saan niya pwede dalhin yung bola.
And that's May Coronado with that side-out attack. No, great system here by Cassie Carvalho, maximizing Coronado in the front row.
Coming from a shaky pass, you know, quick thinking and a good drop. Power tip by Coronado, securing that point.
And of course, Jelena, you would not expect the setter to give that to the middle attacker, no, given the pass was not one of the best. It's Gia Makilang. Cassie Carvalho will set it up to Kyla. Cross court, no go. Great save there. Saiza. And Saiza off that back row kill.
Good play coming from UST, giving that back row hit. You know, good call yun kasi yung side ng Letran, they were already scrambling, expecting it to be a frontline hit. But then nandito si Balingit. She was on the floor and that was a good call to give it in the middle of the back row.
Yep. You have to give it to the defense of UST on that last rally. It's May Coronado serving. Flores to the middle. No go. Gia Makilang. Cassie Carvalho was there. Reverse set by Cassie. And Balingit now, an activation for her. And that spike is brought to you by Potato Corner, world's best flavored fries. Order now.
Kick Mobile. Download the Kick app, choose your number, activate the eSIM, and own the country's first ever customizable mobile experience. Stay first in line for network priority. Kick Mobile. Download now.
Good eyesight makes perfect moments. For expert eye care, state-of-the-art facilities, affordable eyewear. Go to EO. EO Executive Optical. Love your eyes.
Unli projects, plans, play, game! With Smart Unli 5G, valid for 3 days. Tuloy, tuloy, tuloy. Simply reliable. For only 85 pesos. With Smart, load now.
Shakey's Creamy Spinach Pizza. Creamier.
Creamier, yummier.
You are still watching the 2025 Shaky Super League Preseason Unity Cup. The Letran Lady Knights are very much motivated to gather more experience here at the SSL, coming from a back-to-back NCAA Finals appearance. According to Coach Alexi, they were able now to take pointers from UST's 5-set loss against the University of the Philippines, and he wants his team to attack hard and execute the game plan. Alexi is actually an assistant coach to Fighting Maroons head coach Fabio Menta. But despite being focused to have a good outing here, Coach Alexi says he's putting the health of his players first, as Natalie Estrelier will be sitting out the whole tournament due to a shoulder injury. We want her in the NCAA, sabi ni Coach. Back to you, Jelena and Rhea.
Thank you so much, Danny. You know what, Jelena, you played for the NU Lady Bulldogs before. And I would have to ask, what's really the importance of, scouting your opponents before the actual game? The same way na ginawa nung Letran nung pinanood nila yung UP versus UST.
The importance is that you're going into the game, open-eyed. Alam mo kung ano yung gagawin mo kasi ang hirap, it's like taking an exam or it's like taking a quiz na wala kang inaral, tapos sasagutan mo lang, hindi mo alam kung ano yung sasagot mo.
So far, the Letran Lady Knights doing a good job scouting the Golden Tigresses here. And that's Gia Makilang targeting that down the line spot for the Golden Tigresses. Nabanggit nga ni Danny din kanina na frustrating loss din yung UST versus UP. But on the bright side for Letran, it's really an opportunity for them given their experience as a finalist in the NCAA.
Well, yung sabi ko nga kanina, this is a test of mental toughness for UST since it was a stinging loss, knowing that they were only 2 points away from securing that game, but then it had a turnover, having 8 points, eight straight points coming from UP for them to win that game.
It's Julia Balingit on deck to serve. Great jump there. Flores to the middle. And that's Isar, or Padilla rather, scoring from that middle kill.
That was a good hit coming from Letran, knowing that they've been distributing yung bola only sa open and then sa opposite side.
Yes.
A little bit of back row, but then hindi pa natin nakita yung middle. So that was a good call.
Yes. And I like how you mentioned the ball distribution of Letran, because for UST, who has a pretty well-polished floor defense, no? So the only way for Letran to do so is really to vary their offense.
Well, we've also seen yung patterns in defense of UST and Letran are different.
Yes.
To the side of UST, of course, they have that Pepito. As much as possible, they want to use that percentage na andyan siya sa loob ng court to do the defense.
Gia Makilang, no-go. Cassie Carvalho. Oh, great save there. Gia Makilang give up a free ball. Cassie Carvalho to Marga Altea. And that running attack.
Good running attack by Marga Altea.
This school play is brought to you by R&B Milk Tea. Order now.
You know, one of the versatile and really flexible players, I must say, is Marga Altea.
Yes.
Kasi last year in UAP and Shakey's, she played lots of roles. May it be middle, open, opposite. And then every role that she gets to play, she's actually good in it.
That's true. And I like how you mentioned the versatility of Marga Altea. Of course, given the absence of, you know, already graduated players in Pia Abu.
Yes.
And of course, we're yet to see Bianca Plaza here. So every time na nilalagay siya sa middle, she's really embracing that responsibility.
And sitting out in this game as well is Banagua.
Yes.
One of their good middle blockers from UST.
Cassie Carvalho. Oh, short there by Kyla Cordora, but that was a good intention.
Yeah. And you can see that move actually coming from, you know, beach volleyball.
Yes. Kyla Cordora actually played, you know, before going to the indoor volleyball, actually played beach and actually did a good job at that.
Yeah. And on the side of Letran, they're actually showing good game here, considering their coach is just a month with them.
Yes.
And ibang sistema ang dinala ni Coach Alexi sa Letran. And of course, I think this is a stepping stone for them kasi malapit na din yung NCAA.
Yes.
Let this be their testing ground.
That's true.
For them to polish well enough kung ano yung mga kailangan nilang ayusin before the start of NC.
Great rally here. Marga Altea, no go. Cassie Carvalho, balingit. A great save there by Letran. Olendra. That Belpito will choose Saizagula. Still alive. Oh! That's a costly error there by Letran, but a great rally we saw for both teams. Of course, this is our second technical timeout. 16-7 is our score.
From era to era to era, the fun goes on. Shakey's 50 years.
Only projects, plans, play, game. With Smart Only 5G, valid for 3 days. Tuloy, tuloy, tuloy. Simply reliable. For only 85 pesos. With Smart, load now.
Kick Mobile. Download the Kick app. Choose your number. Activate the eSIM and own the country's first ever customizable mobile experience. Stay first in line for network priority. Kick Mobile. Download now.
Again, magandang tanghali po sa ating viewers, whether you're here live at a Playtime Phil Oil Center or watching us live online. I'd like to greet my friends who are watching, who is also supporting the UST Golden Tigresses here. Friends from 2E. And that's Marga Altea on your screens.
Serving for USC.
Great serve. Gia Makilang. Cassie Carvalho, balingit. Chance for Letran. Gia Makilang on the back row. Altea was there. Flores. Padilla. Great save by Cordora. Long rally so far. Saiza Gula. Too strong there for Saiza.
Saiza Gula had good intentions with that hit, but her form was just not right. Nasa baba siya ng bola, kaya lumipad palabas ang bola.
Yep. Also, that was a good intention for Cassie Carvalho to set that one up to Saiza Gula to slow things down after that long rally.
Yeah. And we gotta give credit here to Letran kasi hindi din madali-dali makapatay ng bola yung UST. Kasi grabe din yung depensa nila and the pattern is just, giving.
Yes. And this block is brought to you by Peri Peri Charcoal Chicken and Sauce Bar. Order now. Great block there for the Letran Lady Knights.
Serving for Letran, Leonelyn Padilla.
Cassie Carvalho, balingit. Great save there. That Pepito will give up a chance ball. Gia Makilang. Flores to the open. Oh! Great off-speed attack there by Gia Makilang.
UST wasn't expecting that hit coming from Makilang.
And that Gia Makilang attack will force the hand of Coach Shaq. Let's listen in.
Yes. Huwag na lang. Huwag na lang kayo masyadong bubaba kung hindi kayo kukuha ng kasi nakakagulo ka sa depensa. O, pag bumaba kayo, i-commit nyo na sa inyo yung short ball. Tara, tara. Let's go!
That huddle was powered by Kick. Download the app now.
Well, narinig natin. And then we have to say welcome to our spectators from the side of the gold and black.
Yes.
We have the Tigresses supporting their fellow teammates here in Playtime Phil Oil Arena. And narinig natin kanina, somebody has to commit to the short balls.
Yes. And that was that Pepito actually leading the huddle on that last timeout. Another rally so far here in set number 1. Cordora. Cassie Carvalho chooses May. And a successful one for May Coronado targeting that same cross court.
She's been hitting that spot well enough for her to get points for UST.
Yep.
And she's playing a good game actually today. Considering hindi siya masyadong nagugulat when it comes to the blocks and the free balls.
Oh, great serve by Cassie Carvalho.
And you know what? Cassie Carvalho is known for her great serves.
Yes. And of course, mga setters din kasi, Jelena, no? They're really not the ones na nakakapag-atake. So in order na makakapagpunto sila is they do it via the serve. It's Cassie Carvalho. Great serve. Flores. Makilang. Flores to Makilang. A great angle there by Georgie Makilang, outsmarting the blockers of the Golden Tigresses.
That was a good hit coming from Makilang. And you know, both of them are contributing well enough here in our game and giving UST a hard time clinching this set. And right now, kanina nakita din natin na malayo yung lamang ng UST, but now they're inching closer.
It's Judil Nietura.
And I like how composed they are, given yung lamang ng UST.
Easy serve. Oh, great setup play there by Cassie Carvalho. Balingit was ready for that reverse set.
Good hit by Balingit, and you could see her reach, you know, extend yung kamay. Which is giving the blockers of Letran a hard time to at least check the ball.
Yep. Of course, in the absence of Red Jurado, you have Julia Balingit, who's really stepping up big time for the Golden Tigresses. Got that Pepito, easy one. Gia Makilang. It's a chance ball. Cassie Carvalho. Combination play. No go for Gia Balingit. Julia Balingit rather. That Pepito. Kyla Cordora. Reverse set.
That was a good set, Rhea. I really like how she handled the ball.
Yep. And of course, you know what, Jelena? Pag setter kasi yung nakakuha ng first ball, it's really the responsibility of the libero. But what a set that was.
And I actually thought she was going to give it to the opposite side.
Yep.
Then that was good gameplay right there.
O kasi mas convenient pag sa opposite side, no? But that reverse set. Just a call here from our officials.
I think we have the wrong server.
Oh, that's going to be a costly error there for the Letran Lady Knights. Now they're actually gaining that momentum here in set number 1.
Yeah, some clarifications and see the disappointment sa mukha ni Coach.
Oh,
good thing UST doon.
It's a fortunate point there for the Letran Lady Knights. But of course, if you're UST, you do not want to commit those kinds of errors, Jelena, as it will slow your momentum down.
Kanina we had a 9-point lead by UST and now it's just 6.
Great pass by Sai Zagula. Balingit. Too much muscle there for Julia Balingit.
Coach Shaq asking for a check ball on that one, but I don't think meron kasi masyadong malayo sa kamay ng blockers.
But that was a good intention by Julia Balingit to target the hands of the blockers.
And you have seen her hit cross courts na pupuntos talaga. And I think she was aiming for a flat ball on that one.
Cordora, no go.
What a shutdown coming from the side of Letran. You know, Netura guarding the net.
This block is brought to you by Peri Peri Charcoal, Chicken, and Sauce Bar. Order now. Timeout muna UST. Let's listen in.
Tingnan mo, pag di mo nasunod yung instruction, yan na mangyayari. Okay? Pakinggan mo muna.
Blockers na agad. So, tara ka, let's go! Hey, UST!
That huddle was powered by Kick. Download the app now.
Well, sabi nga ni Coach, you have to follow the instructions. Cordora is faced with 2 blockers. Yung isa has good hang time and the other one has long limbs. So you gotta figure out how to get through those blockers and make a point.
That's also a great call for time there by Coach Shaq to stop that slow mini run, I would say, of Letran. Great serve. Oh, great read. A better read by that Pepito.
One of the challenges coming from a timeout is that when you're the server who's going to
that's
serve
true.
after the timeout kasi natitigil yung momentum.
Yes. And after that service error, you have to give that credit to Coach Shaq kasi siya yung nakaputol ng momentum ng Letran.
And we're seeing substitutions on the side of UST. We have Wahe and Braun coming in.
So it's a full front here for the Golden Tigresses. Hilang. Flores to Netura. And Kyla Cordora was there.
Cordora pushing it outside the court.
Nagkatinginan lang yung mga coverage ng Letran. Vidal Netura on deck to serve. Oh, great serve. Sai Zagula. Chance ball there. Flores to Judiel. Wahe with that pancake. Judiel to Gia. Saiza. Kyla Cordora cross court. Still alive. But that Kyla Cordora attack was too strong for Letran.
Cordora with that cross court hit. Well, actually, medyo umatras yung
Yes.
libero. When she, I think kung mas malapit pa siya konti sa front line, I think she would have gotten that hit right there.
Well, she was already on that position
Yeah.
at the angle before Kyla Cordora, but like you said, she was a little far off. But this time, Kyla Cordora will have a resting time here. We have Arasan to serve for the Golden Tigresses.
Mentioning the grassroots program of UST, you know, coming from high school and then letting their players a chance to play for the college team is no doubt a good system. Kasi hindi mo na masyadong kailangan ng i-register pa yung chemistry nila kasi matagal na silang magkasama.
Yep. Of course, you have a testament to that system, Jelina.
Yeah.
No? You have May Coronado, Marga Altea, Sai Zagula, and even that Pepito here. Great rally so far. Altea, Flores to Gia. No goal, but great coverage there for Letran. Judiel at the back. That Pepito was there. Oh! And that's Avril Braun. And that off speed, yes.
Lucky shot there by Braun. Nagulat ang libero ng Letran. But she was actually already in the right position. Kulang lang ng hakbang.
Yes. That was also a good intention there by Avril Braun. She was already underneath that set, pero nakuha niya pa rin i-target ng open space.
If I'm not mistaken, Braun actually played the middle blocker in high school, and now she's converted to opposite.
Chance ball will be given up by Letran. Oh, right on cue, Jelina. Avril Braun with that running attack.
Good running attack coming from Braun. She's in her momentum right now, so why not give her the ball when you know that she's going to score.
And I like that substitution, no? If you're subbed in, you really have to give quality minutes for your team.
Because as a second stringer or a sub, you could really actually see kung ano yung nangyayari na inside the court and what you could do better.
Zagula combination play.
That hit just sending shocks on the side of Letran. Ending the set, Rhea.
And what a play that was by Wahe to give that one up in the middle, courtesy of Sai Zagula. UST getting set number 1 against a finalist in Letran.
The fun goes on and on and on, on and on and on. To the break of dawn, fun is never done. Let's all party. Shakey's fun goes on and on. Hero to hero, what a ride. With each new decade, a fun new side. Still serving smiles on every plate. 50 great years, let's celebrate. Shakey's fun goes on and on and on, on and on and on. Shakey's got it going on. We still bring the fun.
With decades of great pizza, chicken, and mojos.
Shakey's fun goes on and on.
From era to era to era. The fun goes on. Shakey's 50 years.
The fun goes on at Shakey's.
Kick Mobile. Download the Kick app, choose your number, activate the eSIM, and own the country's first ever customizable mobile experience. Stay first in line for network priority. Kick Mobile. Download now.
Shakey's Creamy Spinach Pizza. Creamier.
Creamier, yummier.
Unli projects, plans, play, game! With Smart Unli 5G, valid for 3 days. Tuloy, tuloy, tuloy. Simply reliable. For only 85 pesos. With Smart, load now.
Cheer for your team while enjoying your Shakey's favorites with the Super League meal deal. Now available in 3 types: SSL 1099, SSL Classic, and SSL Gold. Whether you're craving pizza, chicken, mojos, or pasta, there's a bundle for every appetite. You also get to support your favorite team because for every order, 50 pesos goes to your chosen SSL participating school. Whether you're courtside or couch side, enjoy the action with the Super League meal deal. 16-25 is our score for set number 1, with the UST dominating the defense and offense in this opening set.
Well, we have seen good showing on the side of Letran, having a slow start, but in the end showing good defense and as well as good playmaking with the Makilang sisters right there. And we really appreciate yung effort nila when it comes to the defense, na hindi nakakamadaling makapatay ng bola yung UST.
That's true, that Jelena, although a little switch things up in the lineup of Letran Lady Knights, unfortunately hindi nga yun gumana sa kanila, as we saw how UST really dominated that set.
And you have here UST with 15 attacks and Letran with 8. 3 blocks coming from UST and 2 blocks coming from Letran. 2 aces from UST and 1 ace coming from Letran. But they're both tied on errors, which means they actually played a good game right there. Quality time, quality minutes, and quality points.
That's true. You can really see how the Golden Tigresses dominated the offense in set number 1. But yet again, here in the Shaky Super League Preseason Unity Cup, it's an all-2 play, so we are seeing a new set of players here in set number 2. This set is brought to you by Shakey's. From era to era to era, the fun keeps rolling. 50 years of fun, family, and pizza at Shakey's.
Well, it's early still in the afternoon, and we're inviting everybody who's watching online that you have time, come here to the Playtime Phil Oil Center to watch our games live, since sobrang saya talaga, and it's really a good place for you to enjoy family time, cheering your favorite team.
And of course, speaking of watching games online, I'd like to say hi to my friends from the UST FCL who is watching us live. Of course, on the floor for Letran Lady Knights, we have Netura Maluto Panangin, Martin Tumayaw, and Silorio. Familiar faces here for Letran Lady Knights. But of course, on the side of the Golden Tigresses, we have Arasan Bron, Huino Fernandez, Penuliar, and Wahe, courtesy of our all-to-play rule.
And of course, this is all to play, as you have said, Rhea. So it means sa first set, ibang set ng mga taong maglalaro, while on the second set, ibang set din ng mga taong maglalaro. And they could only sub when it comes to the second technical timeout.
Speaking of substitution, that's great activation there for Avril Braun of that opposite attack.
One key trait din na notice ko sa UST is that if you're a rookie, parang hindi mo mafe-feel na rookie sila.
Yes.
Kasi ganun sila katapang, ganun sila ka-confident maglaro alongside their seniors.
And of course, for the rookies, this is actually a chance for them to show off, in preparation of their mother leagues in the UAAP.
We have to see that hit right there, saktong-sakto sa butas ng dalawang blockers of UST, yung palo ni Panangin.
Yep. Great serve there. And that's Fernandez from the open side. That high leap, tas matangkad na rin siyang attacker, Jelena, no?
And that was good positioning on the side of Letran.
Oh, the best of passes there. Judiel adjusts. Oh, great adjustment there by Judiel Netura.
And a little bit of scramble action on the side of UST.
Better showing so far. Nakikita natin dito for the Letran Lady Knights. No, they were able to tally a deadlock here compared to set number 1, Jelena.
And, Judiel Netura being with the Letran Knights for quite some time now. I think she's one of those players that is best to lead the team.
Speaking of leaders, you also have this girl here, Martin. Unfortunately, couldn't get that ball touch. But for now, let's turn you over to Danny. Danny?
Thank you para kay Coach Shock ng UST. Buo talaga ang loob ng Lady Tigresses to bounce back today at kitang-kita natin yan sa performance nila ngayon. According to him, there was a lot of adjustments that had to be made dahil kinailangan nga naman masanay ng team sa kanyang sistema. But what he really emphasizes that the girls will have to communicate inside the court. Kailangan silang tuloy-tuloy nang maniwala at magkakumpiyansa sa isa't isa. Coach Shock also has rookie Mishka Fernandez play for the second set to give her the exposure and experience para lumakas palalo ang kumpiyansa nito. Back to you, Rhea and Jelena.
Thank you so much, Danny. No, you can really see na mga games like this, you really have to get that composure sa sarili mo to contribute, to the betterment of the team as a whole.
Yeah. And of course, it's really good that there's tournament right here exists kasi it points out yung mga flaws, adjustments that these teams need for their mother league before their mother league starts.
Martin, no go. Martin on the second try and successful on that.
Good hit coming from Martin right there. She got that on her second try. And kanina coming from that long hit, she just regained composure and she tried again.
And I like how nabigyan din siya ng second chance to attack Jelena. No? It's usually, well, not all the time, but kasi pag nabablock na yung isang attacker, usually hindi na binibigay. No? But in some instances, may mga setters din talaga na binibigay pa rin nila kahit nablockan na yung attacker.
Yeah. Good hit coming from Arasan. And timely kasi medyo malayo yung blockers niya sa net.
It's a good intention there from Wahe. It's Huino on your screens on deck to serve. Great serve. Chance ball for Letran. Great block there. Judiel. 1-2 play, no go, still alive. Judiel Netura. 1-2 play for the Letran Lady Knights.
A little bit of commotion on the side of the coaching staff of Letran.
This school play is brought to you by R&B Milk Tea. Order now.
Coach Alexi was calling for a double touch on that one. Kasi nga sumabit naman talaga yung bola sa net.
Yep.
But then Huino got the ball first. Or sorry, Penuliar for...
It's a great middle attack there, courtesy of Nina Maluto. No, a good activation for her, especially so far. She has been silent here in set number 1.
Yeah. And I think Nina Maluto actually came from a UAP school before FEU for going to Letran. And this second set is just a turn of events here for the side of Letran. You know, mas matapang sila, mas confident sila maglaro this time. Or it's just that given the new UST is a set of new players, you know, still coming together in the college level.
First technical timeout for set number 2.
It's our first technical timeout. 8-6 is our score.
Kick Mobile. Download the Kick app. Choose your number. Activate the eSIM and own the country's first ever customizable mobile experience. Stay first in line for network priority. Kick Mobile. Download now.
Good eyesight makes perfect moments. For expert eye care, state-of-the-art facilities, affordable eyewear. Go to EO. EO Executive Optical. Love your eyes.
Only projects, plans, play, game! With Smart Only 5G, valid for 3 days. Tuloy, tuloy, tuloy. Simply reliable. For only 85 pesos. With Smart, load now.
Shakey's Creamy Spinach Pizza. Creamier.
Creamier, yummier.
6-8 is our score. UST here up by 2, or rather Letran up by 2. A better showing in set number 1. But great ace there by Silorio.
Thinking that technical timeout right there would cause the shift of momentum. But then this girl has her composure and just ready to bring on a good serve for the side of Letran.
Yes. Oh, another unfortunate error there for Silorio. But this is something that the UST could take advantage of, especially that Letran, nakakabawi naman sila Jelena, no? But binabawi rin nila yung mga points nila through errors.
Serving for UST.
Wahe on deck to serve. Combination play. That's Jonathan Panangin.
Good read coming from the side of Letran, knowing that the defense of UST is a bit far off the center line of the court.
And she really saw that open space behind the blockers. Wahe will go to Braun on that reverse.
Braun showing muscle on that hit. I like how she set up Braun there na in-expect ng Letran open hit.
That play was brought to you by Kick, powered by Smart. Our way, our rules. Download the app now. Great serve by Arasan. Panangin. Wahe. Cross court. Panangin again. Wahe reverse. It's a chance ball for Letran. Fidel Netura. Long rally alert. Braun. Good intention there for Braun to go long. Unfortunately, too much muscle.
Looking for a check ball right there was Coach Shaq, but then the Letran Lady Knights were just sure enough na walang check ball na nangyari.
It's a good sign.
And then this rotation right here, the percentage of attack, binibigay talaga kay Braun.
Yes.
And you have Lian Peñuelar actually in front. And one of the key players as well when she was in high school, a good middle hitter and a good middle blocker.
Speaking of Peñuelar, right on cue. So serve. Del Netura running. Sails out.
That was a good play actually coming from Netura. And you could see yung intentions niya talaga doon was down the line. Kasi kanina pa nga actually napapabayaan ng UST. Yung down the line area nila.
Princess to Martin. But Avril Braun was there.
Good block coming from the side of UST.
This block is brought to you by Peri Peri Charcoal Chicken and Sauce Bar. Order now.
And I think one of the gameplays here of UST is to read Martin. You know, as being one of the key holdovers of Letran. You have to secure at least one player right there na poporsyentuhan mo ng block ng depensa. And it would really make a big difference.
Speaking of difference, Jelena, Martin is actually doing a good job for Letran Lady Knights, but unfortunately, nababasa nga siya like you mentioned on the blockers of UST, but not that time around, says Martin.
Medyo bitin yung set right there compared to the other sets kanina. And you know, as a spiker, meron ka din talagang preferred na set kung saan ka pinaka-comfortable.
Yes. Great serve there by Nina Maluto, right on time. You know, a better or a convenient point there for Letran.
And Coach Shaq is pointing to the bench for somebody to get ready. That is outside.
Costly error there for Letran.
It was a good effort coming from Maluto.
Yes. UST down by 1 here in set number 2. That's Avril Braun on deck to serve. Oh! Another unforced error there for the Golden Tigresses.
First error here for Avril Braun. Showing good attack and blocks in front.
Del Netura, short serve. Wahe. Cross court. Martin. Wahe again. Martin off speed, no go. 1-2 play there. And Wahi to Mishka Fernandez.
Fernandez with a high reach with that ball. Actually, poporsyento din naman talaga ako kung ako si Fernandez. Kasi nasa harap, I have a not so tall setter. So, doon ko sa kanya papadaanin, which was a good call right there.
Yes. Mishka Fernandez. Good serve. Martin again. Wahe to the middle. Princess to Martin. Ron was there. Arasan. Martin off speed. Wahe. 1-2 play.
A little bit of a tip over coming from Wahe to end that 2-point lead by Letran. And now we're back again on a deadlock.
And I like the approach of Huino on that attack, Jelena, no? Nakuha niyang
Nalito.
yes,
Yeah,
yung mga blockers. And what a time for Huino, or rather Wahe, to go for that 1-2 play. Judel will give up a free ball. Free ball for Letran. Martin, cross court, no go, says Huino.
Good blocking and positioning by Huino. Makikita mong dukot na dukot talaga yung kamay.
And of course,
kulang na lang kunin na yung bola bago pa mapalo.
This block is brought to you by Peri Peri Charcoal Chicken and Sauce Bar. Order now. It's a much needed point there for the Golden Tigresses. Unfortunately, that service error will definitely not help.
You can see the side of UST youngsters playing on their end, and they're really trying to give their best.
Yes.
Actually, nakikita mo dito, nag-i-enjoy yung mga ate. Panoorin sila.
Huino running attack. Panangin. No go, that's too short. It's our second technical timeout. 16-15 is our score.
From era to era to era, the fun goes on. Shakey's 50 years.
Only projects, plans, play, game! With Smart Only 5G, valid for 3 days. Tuloy, tuloy, tuloy. Simply reliable. For only 85 pesos. With Smart, load now.
Kick Mobile. Download the Kick app. Choose your number. Activate the eSIM and own the country's first ever customizable mobile experience. Stay first in line for network priority. Kick Mobile. Download now.
This Shakey's Super Fans of the Game is brought to you by Shakey's. From era to era to era, the fun keeps rolling. 50 years of fun, family, and pizza at Shakey's. All smiles from our fans.
And it's really cute yung tiger na hat. Showing the UST spirit here, while enjoying free pizza.
Yep. Whether you're catching us here at the venue, we have players from Letran Lady Knights. Nakita natin, hindi muna malaline up itong players from Letran. But Judiel Natura with that off-speed attack.
Back again at deadlock here with the Letran Knights. And, you know, players contributing to our second set are Maluto, Panangin, and we have Judiel Natura, as well as Martin. And it's a team effort on the side of Letran. While here on the side of UST, we have seen a lot of attacks coming from Bron. And yet, I was expecting to see more of Peniliar actually in this set.
Rasan. Princess. Wahe to the middle.
And I think narinig niya ako, Rhea, no? Sabi niya, Jelena, hinahanap mo ba ako? Eto na.
Eto na, Jelena. course, that spike is brought to you by Potato Corner, world's best flavored fries. Order now. Penular from the middle. Right on cue, Jalina.
Yeah. And I've seen her play in the high school division, and she's one of those tough, mentally tough players. Kasi
Yes.
pag dikita na yung laro, parang hindi siya natatakot maglaro pa din ng gitna.
1-2 play. Wahe. To Braun. It's too low.
The hands of Braun. The hand of Braun right there was a little bit low for her before hitting the ball, kaya sumabit sa net.
It's Princess Tumayaw on deck to serve. Great serve. Wahe to Arasan. Too much angle there.
Looking for a check ball. Coach Shaq just laughed that off.
That set was actually too close to the net for Arasan.
Yeah. Both teams actually have good frontline players right
Oh.
now.
That serve was too short for Princess Tumayaw, but a good intention there, Jalina.
Asking kung sino yung server kasi kanina we've seen a costly point on the side of Letran having the wrong server on the service area.
Serving.
That's Bien Arasan on deck to serve. A great serve. Princess Tumayaw to the middle. Wahe to Penular. Great coverage there by Judiel. Oh, too close to the net. And Judiel Nutura was at the right place on that attack.
Two teams both in a dunking session on that exhibition right there. Tinip over ni Penular, nakuha, tinip over ni Nitura.
But Nutura was right on that place.
Yeah.
Exactly at the right time, at the right place. Yes.
Binantayan niya talaga.
Run up by 1 here in set number 2. That's
Overreaching.
Yes, Martin with that reaching beyond the net. Well, you're a spiker, Jalina, no? Yung tendency din kasi pag malapit na yung bola sa net, parang nanggigigil ka ng huhunin.
Actually, totoo. Which is, kailangan mo, that's why you need to practice, you know, when it comes to yung tinatawag na regalo, when to and when not to hit the ball first.
Exactly. Great pass there. Tumayaw to Martin.
Finally, Martin gets that hit that she wanted to do.
Yep.
Since kanina pa, yung papaluin niya and it's going to check out of the court.
Yes, that was a better setup job also by Princess Tumayaw to Martin. Maluto on that float serve. Wahe reverse. And Avril Braun, that same cross-court attack.
By this time, you would actually think nabasa na ng Letran yung palo ni Braun.
This spike is brought to you by Potato Corner, world's best flavored fries. Order now.
Yun nga, Rhea, I was thinking na basa na nila yung palo ni Braun. Since kanina, she's been doing the same thing over and over again, which has, you know, scored the points for UST.
Cassie Carvalho now back for the Golden Tigresses. Great serve there. Princess Tumayaw reverse to Judiel. And Judiel Nitura powering through.
Good hit coming from Nitura and knowing yung mga blockers ng UST medyo malayo sa net.
That was also a well-timed attack there for Judiel Nitura, but another double substitution here for Coach Alexi. Colodra and the front row and Flores. But that double sub forces the hand of Coach Shaq. Let's listen in. That huddle was powered by Kick. Download the app now.
Well, as that said, we have to give the security dun sa spikers natin na kahit anong palo man nila will be there to support yung bola na kapag malaglag ba o hindi.
Well, I like how you mentioned security, Jelena. No, it's especially now that you're at the latter part of the set, you really need to secure the points. Lingit. And right, that's exactly how you want to respond to a timeout.
That was a good run, good team effort by Letran, but that hit was just too strong. That was a good hit coming from Balingit. Na nakita mo talaga sinilip niya before siya pumalo.
Yes.
Kung saan niya pwede dalhin yung bola.
Saizagula now on deck to serve. 21 all is our score here in set number 2. Oh, great serve. Better pass there for Letran. Coverage was there. Martin. Blocking was there for the Golden Tigresses. Reverse there for Letran. Oh!
That's inside.
Inside for the Letran Lady Knights.
Pocketing it in. Almost the end line. That was least expected by UST since andun sa likod si Gula.
Yes.
One of the good defenders of UST.
But of course, Colendra outsmarting the defense
Yeah.
of UST. Martin with that jump serve. Carvalho, 2 balingit, no go. Panangin, blocked there by UST. Colendra reverse.
Good blocking effort by UST, but that hit was just too powerful for them.
This school play is brought to you by R&B Milk Tea. Order now. Coach Shaq forces his last timeout. Let's listen in.
Tatlong rally yung hindi nag-commit yung mid sa mid. Pwede mong balda mo siya. Kaya hindi ka kaya. Naka-delete at half commit lang sila. So, mag-0 kayo sa half.
Ay, focus muna. 1 point muna, 1 point. Kuha lang ng 1 point muna. 1 point.
That huddle was powered by Kick. Download the app now.
At these times, it's overwhelming na yung feeling pag ikaw yung naglalaro kasi dikdikan na yung scores and then, of course, a lot of things running through your mind. And tama yung sinabi ni Coach na 1 point at a time.
Yep.
Kasi it all ends with just kung sino yung mas composed pag naglalaro dito yung mananalo.
Of course, Coach Shaq can't afford to lose this set here now that Letran is gaining that momentum after that unfortunate error by Marga Altea.
Great showing in the service line here by Martin kasi kanina pa siya nagsiserve. And you can see the confidence in Coach having, that faith in Martin.
Martin to Colendra. Colendra off speed. That Pepito will give up a free ball. Colendra again. Too much angle there for Colendra.
Colendra yeah, she was actually looking for a check ball. It seemed like from this angle right here.
Yep.
Meron check ball, but the referee says otherwise.
But of course, our referees, they have, a better point of view or vantage.
Yeah.
Fortunately, Colendra will not get that check ball. For now, it's Altea on deck to serve. Martin to Colendra. Colendra, no go. Cassie Carvalho was there. It's Arasan cross court. Colendra again. And just like that, Colendra rather secures set number 2 here for Letran.
You could see right there in her approach that she wants to end the set and get this set for Letran. And later on na natin siya narinig actually in the set because in the first parts it was Judel, Netura, and Panangin and Martin. But then dito, she shows up in the right time, in the right moment.
25-22 is our score in set number 2.
Shakey's fun goes on and on and on, on and on and on. Shakey's got it going on. We still bring the fun.
With decades of great pizza, chicken, and mojos.
Shakey's fun goes on and on.
From era to era to era. The fun goes on. Shakey's 50 years.
The fun goes on at Shakey's.
Kick Mobile. Download the Kick app, choose your number, activate the eSIM, and own the country's first ever customizable mobile experience. Stay first in line for network priority. Kick Mobile. Download now.
Shakey's Creamy Spinach Pizza. Creamier.
Creamier, yummier.
Unli projects, plans, play, game. With Smart Unli 5G, valid for 3 days. Tuloy, tuloy, tuloy. Simply reliable. For only 85 pesos. With Smart, load now.
Cheer for your team while enjoying your Shakey's favorites with the Super League meal deal, now available in 3 types: SSL 1099, SSL Classic, and SSL Gold. Whether you're craving pizza, chicken, mojos, or pasta, there's a bundle for every appetite. You also get to support your favorite team because for every order, 50 pesos goes to your chosen SSL participating school. Whether you're courtside or couch side, enjoy the action with the Super League meal deal. Of course, set number 2 with Letran Lady Knights securing that and dominating that set.
And we have seen, of course, a change of events here sa set na to. You know, showing up of the players by Martin. We saw Panangin, we saw Judel Nitura, and of course, on the last moments, we have seen other players as well, like Colendra, giving it their all to just shut down the streak of UST and win this set.
A better showing we saw for the Letran Lady Knights here in set number 2. And courtesy of our all-to-play rule, Jelena, you know, the mix things up in the starters for Letran Lady Knights to get that set.
And we have here 14 attack points for Letran and 11 for UST. Having no blocks for Letran and 2 blocks from UST and 2 aces from Letran and UST with none. But the errors are still the same with 9 each. And a while ago, it was 5 each.
Set is brought to you by Shakey's. From era to era to era, the fun keeps rolling. 50 years of fun, family, and pizza at Shakey's. Set number 3 here with our leading scorers for the Letran Lady Knights. Netura, 6 points. Colendra, 4 points. And Martin and Gia Makilang, 3 points apiece. Of course, for the leading scorers of the Golden Tigresses, we have Braun, also 6 points, Balingit 5 points, and Coronado and Gula with 4 points. So, both teams here now with their respective wins, 1 set apiece. So, how important is this set for both teams, Jelena?
And I think this set would set the momentum kung ano mangyayari dito sa larong to kasi either of them could win this in 4 sets or they would extend it to a thriller 5 set again. On the end of UST, I don't think they want to be in that position again na magka 5 sets sila kahit manalo man sila.
That's true, but so far that's Saiza Gula. And this spike is brought to you by Potato Corner, world's best flavored fries. Order now.
I've been wanting to hear more from Saiza Gula and I was expecting for her to actually show up nung first set na mas sobra pa. But now, she's actually doing a good job here on our 3rd set.
So far for Coach Shaq, it's a powerhouse here in set number 3 for him of Cassie Carvalho after that ace. Saiza Gula as well as Balingit and Kyla Cordora, May Coronado as well. Gia Makilang from the back.
Gia Makilang soaring from the middle at the back with that good down the line hit.
But for now, let's turn you over to Danny.
It looks like Letran has snatched the momentum from UST after paying close attention to Coach Alexis' instructions. kanina, you can sense a bit of frustration whenever his players were not being proactive enough. He urged the team na patatagin ang kanilang depensa. Sabi nga niya, we will not win any games if you receive like that. And they were also urged to focus on scoring quick wins. Now Letran is picking up and playing harder to further turn the game around in their favor. Back to you, ladies.
You mentioned earlier, Jelena, how importante yung first ball ng Letran. Even in set number 1 pa lang. And I like how the Letran Lady Knights, were able to adapt to that instruction din of Coach Alexi na kung wala silang floor defense, hindi sila makakakuha ng set.
Yeah. And of course, coming into the second set, nakikita na ng mga players kung ano ang gagawin dapat nila.
Yep.
Kasi nakita nila yung mga errors ng first set and they want to improve the gameplay of their team coming into the second set, even if hindi na familiar yung mga set of players on the other side of the court.
But of course, for the Letran Lady Knights, it's also a powerhouse lineup here for Coach Alexi. We have Judiel Netura, Gia Makilang, Martin, and Princess Tumayaw as their setter. Martin there, but too much, or catches the hand of the blockers there for UST.
Martin giving her effort here for her team. Kasi that's what you're supposed to see when you're one of the senior players here in your team. And you have to set a good example sa mga susunod sa'yo.
Cassie Carvalho. Princess Tumayaw, reverse. Judiel Netura. No go, says May Coronado.
Good luck by May Coronado. And that's what we were missing no second set,
And this block is brought to you by Peri Peri Charcoal Chicken and Sauce Bar. Order now.
May Coronado is tall and she has, long arms and she knows where to position comparing to her first year playing here in Shakey's as well in other tournaments. Makikita mo yung improvement when it comes to the blocking.
Speaking of improvement, that's Judiel Netura for you on the side of Letran Lady Knights.
Good reverse set coming from Tumayaw, sensing that Netura is, hot in the hands right now.
Exactly. And of course, if you're Princess Tumayaw, it's high time to activate her hot hands while she's at the front row. Chance ball for UST. Cassie Carvalho to Marga Altea.
Costly free ball coming from Letran. And you love how that aggressiveness comes from Marga Altea in the middle.
Also the commitment of Cassie Carvalho to just set that one up to Marga Altea. Right now, UST up by 2 points. Julia Balingit. Great serve.
That's overreaching. Cold to Altea right there.
That pass was too close to the net, but fortunately for Letran Lady Knights, yung tendency na manggigil yung middle blockers, Jelena, Judiel Netura, float serve, that Pepito was there. Kyla Cordora, cross court.
Gotta love the sound of that impact sa bola ni Cordora. Powerful cross-court hit. And kanina we've seen her do a couple of errors. And I think the time out from the court really gave her the chance to, regenerate her confidence.
That's true. The resting time na nasa labas siya. Nakita niya
to
yung
reflect,
ano yung nangyayari. Princess Tumayaw. Gia Makilang. No go as Marga Altea was there.
It's like hitting on a solid wall yung nangyari. Just bounce back.
But what a set that was to Gia Makilang. Unfortunately, Marga Altea was there. And 8-5 is our score. It's our first technical timeout.
Kick Mobile. Download the Kick app. Choose your number. Activate the eSIM and own the country's first ever customizable mobile experience. Stay first in line for network priority. Kick Mobile. Download now.
Good eyesight makes perfect moments. For expert eye care, state-of-the-art facilities, affordable eyewear. Go to EO. EO Executive Optical. Love your eyes.
Only projects, plans, play, game! With Smart Only 5G, valid for 3 days. Tuloy, tuloy, tuloy. Simply reliable. For only 85 pesos. With Smart, load now.
Shakey's Creamy Spinach Pizza. Creamier.
Creamier, yummier.
UST Golden Tigresses on a roll here in set number 3. Skyla Cordora on deck to serve. A great serve there. Judiel Netura back row. Cassie Carvalho to Balingit. Balingit cross court. Princess Tamayo reverses Judiel. Great save. Saiza Kula with that free ball. Princess Tamayo too low.
They had good intentions with that hit right there. As makikita mo naman talaga, you know, binibigay yung bola mostly on the open side of Letran. And I think lang Tumayaw really thought that it was a good time for her to get that ball to Maluto.
But unfortunately, hindi lang nakuha yung timing on that attack.
Ay, medyo mababa din yung set niya.
Great serve there by Kyla Cordora. Princess Tumayaw to Gia Makilang. That Pipito was there. Saiza Gula down the line. Martin was there. UST with that free ball.
That was a reckless free ball, if you ask me.
Yep.
You're looking to tie things up here early on this set, and you don't want to do something like that. Kasi costly yung error na yun eh.
So, that error forces the hand of Coach Alexi here in set number 3. Let's listen in.
So the antenna, Gia line. Line hands, finger up, anything. They have good middle now, and the defense cross court. So, go line. If you get blocked, fine. Come on, ladies, now. We need to pass good, and we move. Good? Let's go.
That huddle was powered by Kick. Download the app now.
You know, Coach Alexi reminding his players right here na pasa. Going back to that again since first set, pasa ang kailangan nila. And even if may pasa na sila, they don't have to panic kung kanino nila ibibigay yung bola.
That's true. The same instructions kahit na nung first set pa sila Jelena, no? And the same report given by Danny. Kasi in set number 2, nakita naman natin how things changed when the Letran Lady Knights were able to get that first ball. Right now, Gia Makilang serving. Si Carvalho chooses Marga Altea, no go. Princess Tumayaw reverse to Diel Nutura. Set was too low for her.
Letran stooping a little bit of their energy here on the third set.
Yep.
Kanina pa sila, they've been committing errors when it comes to their attacks, and they want to polish. They should polish that early on this set para mamaya, you know, mas okay na.
Yep. And of course, aside from the misreceives and kulang sa mga pass ng Letran, what do you think changed here in set number 3, Jelena, compared to how they performed in set number 2?
Well, yung pinag-iba dun sa set number 2 is that the energy, yung dinala nila. Medyo mababa yung energy nila ngayon eh. They know they could score, but you know, the confidence, yun yung nawala din in this third set. Given that siguro different set of players yung nakita nila here in UST.
Yep. But that setup job there by Cassie Carvalho and Saiza Gula. Miscommunication for the Golden Tigresses.
And I think Gula slipped.
Oh, yes.
Actually.
Great pass. Cassie to Gula. And Gula with that second attempt.
Gula soaring. Charging to the blockers. Actually, hindi niya tinatry avoid yung blockers eh. Mas gusto niyang patamain dun sa kamay at i-check out yung bola.
That's what I also noticed with Saiza Gula, Jelena, no? Hindi niya iniiwasan talaga yung blockers. Well, also the fact na high leaper din siya. So, nasa taas din siya ng bola. Nakikita niyo yung blockers. Cassie reverse. Julia Balingit down the line.
Good hit by Julia Balingit. And that was a good set coming from Cassie.
Yep.
Kasi kanina pa ini-expect ng Letran na ibibigay ito kay Gula or kay Coronado.
Balingit now with 6 points. Another one to look out for the Golden Tigresses. At that Pepito to Saiza. Princess Tumayaw to the open. Martin. At that Pepito with that bump set. Saiza Gula, no go. Princess Tumayaw reverses. Judiel Nitura. Oh, lucky shot there.
Lucky tip coming from Coronado.
Not the best of sets for
Kaya
me.
nadamplisan lang yung bola.
But of course, the commitment of Cassie Carvalho to still give that one up to May Coronado. But for now, substitution for the Letran Lady Knights. Flores will orchestrate the offense here for Letran Lady Knights. Let's see if this will make a huge difference for Coach Alexi.
Tumaya was showing a little bit of a shaky performance.
Julia Balingit. Flores to the open. Martin. No go, says May Coronado.
You gotta love that shoulder shrug coming from Coronado after that hit. Kasi kanina pa nila binabantayan si Martin and they've read it. They've read how she plays. And you know, yung sabi ko kanina na every team really wants to bunk in on one person.
That's true.
Porsyentohan nilang i-guard.
Yep. But what a way for May Coronado to finally stop that momentum of Martin.
And we've seen na pinalitan agad si Martin ni Coach. Kasi alam niyang basa na din eh.
That time around, it's Colendra also giving quality minutes for Letran.
Usually hitting the ball, yung flat yung bola niya yung pinapalo. And then we've heard about her later on na ng, ng second set.
May Coronado from the middle.
May Coronado just on a roll here on the side of UST.
This school play is brought to you by R&B Milk Tea. Order now. This is our second technical timeout. 9:16 is our score. UST ahead.
From era to era to era, the fun goes on. Shakey's 50 years.
Unli projects, plans, play, game. With Smart Unli 5G, valid for 3 days. Tuloy, tuloy, tuloy. Simply reliable. For only 85 pesos. With Smart, load now.
Kick Mobile. Download the Kick app. Choose your number. Activate the eSIM and own the country's first ever customizable mobile experience. Stay first in line for network priority. Kick Mobile. Download now.
Kiss of the day is brought to you by Shakey's. From era to era to era, the fun keeps rolling. 50 years of fun, family, and pizza at Shakey's. Face of the day here at the Playtime Phil Oil Center, San Juan City. Again, magandang hapon po sa ating mga viewers, whether you're here with us at the venue or you're watching us live. We still have 2 games in our Sunday triple header. It's an NCAA versus UAAP triple header here at the Playtime Phil Oil Center.
On deck to serve for the Lady Knights is Colendra.
It's Colendra on deck to serve. Great serve. Si Carvalho chooses Kyla Cordora. Too much angle there.
Checking out if that ball actually hit the line. No, we haven't seen Poyos here in this game since she's not in the lineup. But, you know, hindi natin masyadong mararamdaman na wala siya.
Yep.
Kasi you have Gula, you have Coronado, Cordora, and also as a sub, you have Bron.
And Colendra scoring an ace here for Letran Lady Knights. That forces the hand of Coach Shaq. Let's listen in.
Tagal ko sinasabi sa inyo, nakapasok kayo lahat. Pag ginabaan, pili nyo outside, di nasa gitna kayo. Ha? Pumasok muna kayo dito sa likod.
Okay, bawi ako, bawi ako. Pasa lang. Tuloy tayo. Pasa. Let's go. Tuloy lang. Okay.
That huddle was powered by Kick. Download the app now.
And a reminder again from Coach Shaq na pag palo-palo you have to give it your all. Bawal yung second thoughts.
Yep.
Kasi mas makakakommit ka ng errors. Pag nagdadalawang isip pa sa kung anong gagawin mo pag andyan na yung bola sa'yo.
So great call for time there by Coach Shaq. Unfortunately, Colendra with that service error.
May Coronado now at the back. Marga Altea. Kahit sino actually magiging sa harap. You know, it's either Altea or Coronado. They deliver good points for UST.
It's really a tall middle attackers for the Golden Tigresses. But for now, it's Judiel Nitura with that cross-court kill. That play was brought to you by Kick, powered by Smart. Our way, our rules. Download the app now. It's Judiel Nitura already at 8 points here in set number 3 so far. Cassie Carballo chooses Cordora. And Cordora just powering through.
That hit by Cordora, you could see na ginawa niya na yung sinabi ni Coach kanina. Hindi na siya nagdalawang isip na kahit may blockers, pinalo niya yung bola and it cost checked out.
And that's how exactly you would want to respond to a timeout, Jelena, no?
As much as possible, you want to correct talaga yung mga sinabi sa'yo and you want to implement it para at least you could learn and adjust.
That's true. But Julia Belingit commits an untimely error there for the Golden Tigresses.
14, serving 18.
Great serve there by Judiel Nitura. Cordora again, cross court. Flores to Gia. And Gia scores.
Looking for that hit coming from Letran. Coach is just, composed. Given the score difference here. Kanina mas malayo pa eh. They had 8 or 9 points difference sa UST, but now it's just 4 points down.
Double substitution now for the Golden Tigresses. Bron and Wahe will be chipped in. Marga Altea dominating that net.
Causing a campfire there on the side of Letran. Wala man lang ni isang kumuha. Nakita na nilang lahat kung saan yung trajectory ng bola.
That's true. Well, that could have been a chance ball for Letran.
And a good guard by Marga Altea on the net. Actually, kanina ko pa napansin na parang on that call, kanina na tinawagan siya ng overreaching. Nagbago yung mood.
Yes, she's very cautious now. Gia Makilang and that Pepito was there. Sai Zagula no-go. Sai Zagula again down the line. Judiel Nitura was there. Judiel back row and scores.
Nitura hitting it in that pin of the blockers.
Now, what a way for Flores to still set that one up to Judiel Nitura despite the fact na nasa likod siya.
And sa larong to makikita mo, siya yung pinoporsyento eh.
Yep.
She's got good rhythm and makikita mo yung confidence na sa kanya ngayon eh.
Judiel Nitura off speed. Why reverse? Too long there for Bron.
Looking for a check ball side of UST. Sensing some trouble, Nakikita mo yung discomfort sa mukha nila.
And Coach Shaq will exhaust his last time out here. Let's listen in. That huddle was powered by Kick. Download the app now.
And you could hear from that timeout that was actually asking for corrections sa set and sa pagbigay ng bola sa spikers.
Yes.
Kasi nakita ko din naman na medyo uncomfortable sila dun sa pag-set.
So Coach Shaq de los Santos no longer has a timeout, but Saizagula responding.
And I think that just asked the right question during the timeout. Kung itataas pa ba ang set kay Gula. You know, she's a high leaper and her reach is high.
Yes.
So you want to give her a high ball instead na mabilis, na mababa.
Margaltea serving.
Margaltea now. Great serve. Flores. To Colendra. And again, like you mentioned, Jelena, quality minutes for this young girl.
Makikita mo ang bigat ng bola niya.
Yup.
And I think Coronado was a little bit far off sa net during that block.
UST up by 2 only here in set number 3. Saizagula again. Flores will give up a chance ball. That Pepito with that bump set to Gula. Gia Makilang was there. Makilang from the back. Wahe to Gula. Gula. Too much muscle there.
Gula ng gigil on that hit, causing them to just lead by 1 point. But then you gotta love the effort coming from Saizagula. Na gusto niya talagang makapuntos for UST.
Letran down by 1 point. Wahe reverses to Bron. No go. Flores to Colendra. Kayla Cordora was there. Gula again. Gia Makilang with that first ball. Jutiel Nitura will give up a free ball. Wahe to the middle. And no, says Padilla.
Coach Shaq calling in for some substitution on the side of UST. Sabi ko nga sa'yo, Rhea, it's a thrilling triple header that we have here. Kasi even if you say that they're familiar with the game or they've seen how each other play, but nag-iiba din doon kung sino yung nasa loob ng court, kung ano na yung level ng skills nila ngayon compared to last tournament.
Cassie Carvalho, 1-2 play.
Timely and good call coming from Cassie Carvalho. Given that her team kanina pa nila sinusubukan para makapuntos against Letran, but just seems so hard for them committing those errors.
And really, Cassie Carvalho just taking care of business here for the Golden Tigresses. 3 points for Cassie. That Pepito. Flores to Colendra. Colendra scoring for Letran.
Colendra. That's something that you have to remember. That name right there.
Yes.
Kasi kanina hindi siya ramdam eh. Ngayon, she's trying to help Letran finish this game off.
Now, at the most crucial moments, dun siya nagsho-show up. First deadlock or second deadlock, I would say, here in set number 3. Cassie Carvalho to Balingit. And Padilla and Colendra was there.
I think everybody has the same reaction right now in the arena. No? Kapit na kapit sa isa't isa. Given the intensity of the game.
Great serve for Letran. Cassie Carvalho reverse. Balingit, cross court, no go. Judiel Netura. Off the block.
And UST is trying to compose themselves, coming from a 3-point error, a 1-2 play by Cassie Carvalho, and 2 great hits coming from Letran.
Great reverse set there coming from Flores. Kasi nga anticipate na ng Golden Tigresses yung attack from Colendra, but what a time for Flores to reverse that one to Judiel Netura. But a chance ball No, a free point will be given up to the Golden Tigresses.
Coaching was called on the side of Letran. Sabi ng referee na sungkit ng setter yung net while she was trying to get that ball.
So our officiating officials here clarifying things, but the Letran Lady Knights up by 1 point in this much needed set. Zagula now on deck to serve. Great float serve. Del Natura off speed. That Pepito was there. Cassie Carvalho reverses. Del Natura. That Pepito with a bump set. Julia Balingit. Off the block was Julia Balingit.
Check ball was called by the first referee. But they were contesting it. Na parang nga naman, in this angle right here, tumama lang sa net. But you could see from the replay, it hit the forearm, the right forearm of the open hitter.
That Balingit attack forces the hand of Coach Alexi. Makinig muna tayo.
Now this is the time we back here and we need to do the point. Like I told you all from the start, the free balls. If we get the free balls, we need to attack to get the point. But this is the time now, ladies. We receive and we go. Okay? Come on, ladies. Trust each other.
That huddle was powered by Kick. Download the app now.
Hearing a couple of instructions coming from the coaching staff of Letran. It's really a high time right now for both squads. Looking or formulating what they could do para manalo ang respective teams nila. And what we heard from Coach Alexi was that they need to have confidence on their hitting power and as well as yung tinatawag nga kanina ni Detta, the security. When it comes to pag pumapalo, kailangan may nagko-cover.
Chance ball for the Golden Tigresses. Balingit. Still alive. Another chance ball. Cassie Carvalho chooses Kyla Cordora. And she scores.
Good try coming from the Letran Lady Knights, trying to save that ball. Makikita mo yung effort, but then you gotta commend Cordora. You have that composed hit and that good playmaking by Cassie Carvalho.
That very familiar play, no? But what a time for Cassie Carvalho to activate that play. Right now, UST up at set point. Flores chooses Colendra. That Pepito was there. May Coronado, no go. Judiel Nitura. And UST secures set number 3.
Good showing from both squads, but it was the most composed. And it was UST who won this set right here, given the setbacks that they experienced with a couple of errors and a couple of, missed playmaking.
What an effort for both teams here in set number 3. But 23-25 is our score. UST securing this third set.
Shaky's fun goes on and on and on, on and on and on. Shaky's got it going on, we still bring the fun.
With decades of great pizza, chicken, and mojos.
Shaky's fun goes on and on.
From era to era to era. The fun goes on. Shakey's 50 years.
The fun goes on at Shaky's.
Kick Mobile. Download the Kick app, choose your number, activate the eSIM, and own the country's first ever customizable mobile experience. Stay first in line for network priority. Kick Mobile. Download now.
Shakey's Creamy Spinach Pizza. Creamier.
Creamier, yummier.
Unli projects, plans, play, game. With Smart Unli 5G, valid for 3 days. Tuloy, tuloy, tuloy. Simply reliable for only 85 pesos. With Smart, load now.
His favorites with Super League meal deal, now available in 3 types: SSL 1099, SSL Classic, and SSL Gold. Whether you're craving pizza, chicken, mojos, or pasta, there's a bundle for every appetite. You also get to support your favorite team because for every order, 50 pesos goes to the chosen SSL participating school. Whether you're courtside or couch side, enjoy the action with a Super League meal deal. Set number 3, Jelena. We saw an exchange of rallies for both teams, although we saw how the Golden Tigers has really started off strong on that set. Both teams, both coaches rather, chipping in their power players or using, maximizing powerhouses in their lineups. And although it was UST that prevailed in the end, but we also have to give credit to Letran on that latter part of the set.
We really appreciate how these coaches, mix and match their players all throughout the game. And pag nasa-sense na nila na somebody's not really working out with this team or the set of players, they try to change it up, which led us to having, this 23-25 with UST winning the set, having 14 attacks coming from Letran, 16 from UST, 1 block from Letran, and 3 blocks coming from UST, and 1 service ace per team. But then the errors, UST just committed more errors than Letran, in having 7 and Letran having 5.
Of course, set number 3 underway as this set is brought to you by Shakey's. From era to era to era, the fun keeps rolling. 50 years of fun, family, and pizza at Shakey's.
Having a good start in the middle for UST.
Same set of players we're seeing here in set number 4, similar to the starters in set number 3. Oh, short serve there by Cassie Carvalho.
Miss service there rather for Cassie Carvalho.
So it's important for Letran to start things off strong here, as Netura already with 11 points, Colendra 8, and Martin and Gia Makilang with 5 points apiece.
And their setter again is Tumayao on the side of Letran.
But of course, for the Golden Tigresses, you have Sai Zagula with 10 points, followed by Coronado, 9 points of her own, and of course, Julia Balingit, it's 7 points.
We also have to commend the middles of Letran, since the first set they've been doing a steady performance. Even if hindi sila masyadong rinig doon sa palo, but in terms of patterns sa blocking, I think they play a big part doon sa defense pattern ng team nila.
Sai Zagula now. Float serve. Princess Tumayao. Judel Nitura. Little miscommunication there for May Coronado.
Gulat si Coronado on that hit.
Yun din kasi yung tendency, Jelena, if you're a tall middle blocker like May Coronado, yung tendency na
makukuha mo yung bola.
Yep, exactly.
It's either yuyuko ka or kukunin mo yung bola.
That's true. Si Carvalho, combination play! Julia Balingit!
Now that's the first time we've seen that combination play. When it would usually be an A3, coming from Cassie Carvalho. And that was good experimentation right there.
No, we're used to seeing that combination play for Red Jurado, but that time it was Julia Balingit. But in the meantime, let's turn you over to Danny for some reports.
the Golden Tigresses will have to confidently attack, bolster their defense, and up their reception percentage to undeniably dictate the tempo of the game at para tuluyan ng maiuwi ang panalo na ito. The third set was such a nail-biter para sa UST, sabi ni Coach Shaq. Medyo narattle ang kanyang team when Letran started trimming down the lead, but he gave me a sigh of relief nang makabalik ang kumpiyansa ng kanyang mga players at naipanalo ang set by sticking to the game plan execution. Rhea?
No, you keep on mentioning, Jelena, na how important composure is.
Yes.
And that report from Danny really highlighted how the importance of composure din talaga after what Coach Shaq mentioned nga naman na importante mag-stick lang sila sa game plan. And in doing so, nakuha nga nila yung set number 3.
Well, kasi pag compose ka, nakakaisip ka ng maayos and you're able to do what is right. Compared sa kung natataranta ka na and you're panicking inside the court, hindi ka masyadong makakaisip kung ano yung gagawin mo. Or it's either that, hindi mo maiisip, or may gagawin ka na, hindi mo pinag-isipan.
That's true. But that time, it's Gia Makilang really very intentional in that attack.
Could see this girl has been contributing to her team since the first set.
But she has actually been, silent in set number 2. So that's a good sign for Letran. An early activation for Gia Makilang here in the 4th set. Colendra. Saizagula. Princess Tumayo to Colendra. Too strong.
Looking for a check ball.
Yep, but she couldn't get one.
Mafe-feel mo yung energy ni Colendra. Pinaghirapan ko yun. Tapos wala man akong makuha kahit check ball.
Yes. And you can really see yung intention niya sa approach pa lang na tinatarget niya yung...
And she hits strong. Naririnig mo yung impact pag andito ka.
Skyla Cordora now serving. Targeting Colendra. Colendra again. And she's denied.
Gonna love the reaction coming from Marga Altea. Binabantayan na nila kanina pa si Colendra and she keeps on scoring. But this time around, there's no way to go.
And just like you mentioned, Jelena, importante nga yung mga blockers na may mabantayan silang at least isang attacker. And that's exactly what the UST Golden Tigresses are doing right now.
Kanina si Martin yun yung binabantayan nila and then she got subbed by Colendra.
Marga Altea running attack, too much angle.
It's a good running attack coming from Marga Altea. Makikita mo she was trying to pocket it in the court but then nasobrahan lang.
Nina Maluto on deck to serve. Si Carvalho chooses Saizagula. Too much muscle there for Saiza.
Saiza also looking for that hit, but I don't think merong check ball na nangyari doon kasi she was actually above her spikers.
Good, I would say a good intention, but a bad execution on that attack. Nina Maluto targets Saizagula. Si Carvalho reverse. Princess to Colendra.
Good thing Colendra actually scored kasi si Coach Alexi, he saw that Cassie Carvalho had a missed set right there. Kung makikita natin sa replay, if ever, na she might have committed a double.
Yep. But a good, discipline there for Letran. Kasi not until may pito ang ating referees.
Kasi usually yun yung nangyayari
That's true. Finally, Saizagula scoring here in set number 4.
First technical timeout for set number 4.
Saizagula there. Targeting that down the line. 8-7 is our score. UST up by 1.
Kick Mobile. Download the Kick app. Choose your number. Activate the eSIM and own the country's first ever customizable mobile experience. Stay first in line for network priority. Kick Mobile. Download now.
Good eyesight makes perfect moments. For expert eye care, state-of-the-art facilities, affordable eyewear. Go to EO. EO Executive Optical. Love your eyes.
Only projects, plans, play, game! With Smart Only 5G, valid for 3 days. Tuloy, tuloy, tuloy. Simply reliable. For only 85 pesos. With Smart, load now.
Shakey's Creamy Spinach Pizza. Creamier.
Creamier, yummier.
UST now up by 1 here in set number 4. 8-7 is our score.
Serving for USC.
Marga Altea scores an ace.
Point for USC.
Good service ace coming from Marga Altea. And you have to commend both teams, you know, for showing good quality game right now. Kasi kanina pa since the first set, yung errors nila, hindi lumalagpas ng 9 or 10.
It's a great serve there, or an unfortunate serve rather for Marga Altea, but with Marga Altea in their previous game against UP, scored 9 points. Princess Tumayaw serving. Saiza Gula. Cassie Carvalho chooses Saiza.
Saiza Gula soaring through her blockers. Yun nga, hindi niya iniiwasan yung blockers niya. She just charges head on.
And that play was brought to you by Kick, powered by Smart. Our way, our rules. Download the app now. Well, now UST ahead by 2. Princess Tumayaw to Colendra. That the Pepito was there. Saiza Gula again, no go. Colendra with a tip attack. Kyla Cordora from that back row. Colendra gives up a free ball. It's Judiel. The Pepito was there. Julia Balingit cross court says no. Judiel Netura, long rally alert. Saiza Gula for defense on point for both teams. That Pepito with that bump set. Julia Balingit cross court. And she scores.
Good effort for both teams. And you can see, again, a display of exceptional performance by that Pepito in the defense of UST. And good effort coming from Balingit.
And what really changed for the Golden Tigers during that rally, Jelena, is they stick to the basics.
Yes.
Puro sila open lang. Oh, too short.
Masyadong napagod ata si Cassie sa rally na yon.
Colendra now at the back row for the Letran Lady Knights, but that also means Dia Makilang is up at the front row. Great serve. Cassie Carvalho reverses. Princess Tumaya with that reverse. Judel scoring cross court.
Now that is a hit that Letran was looking for all this time.
This spike is brought to you by Potato Corner, world's best flavored fries. Order now.
That was a nail-biting spike right there coming from Judel Netura. And makikita mo, grabe yung laban ng Letran. Kasi since kanina, it's just been a 1-point difference from UST.
That's true. But speaking of 1-point difference, Julia Balingit says, make that 2. Really unfazed itong si Julia Balingit.
Ito si Julia Balingit, no? Since the first set, we've seen her energy. Kung ano yung energy niya nung first set, ganun pa din yung energy niya ngayong fourth set.
She's really embracing that role in the absence of more veteran players in Red Jurado, who's also a known lefty for Coach Shaq. Oh, a costly error there for Saiza Gula.
Napapikit si Coach Shaq sa ginawa ni Saiza Gula.
right when they're about to slowly pull away sa score, Jelena, no? Tsaka sila nagko-commit ng error sa serve.
Yonilin Padilla serving for the
Now Padilla on deck to serve. Float serve. Si Carvalho. To Kyla, no go. That Pepito was there. Julia Balingit down the line.
Looking at least, you know, hitting the line at the side of Letran. But sabi ng referee, wala.
What a reverse set that was to Julia Balingit. Also a good intention to target down the line, no? But unfortunately, Balingit couldn't get that line. Chance ball for Letran.
Miss set yun coming
Gia
from
Makilang
UST.
denied.
That's the Munster block.
Been showing good blocking here in the right side. Kanina pa nila actually bantay na bantay yung right side. All the open hitters of Letran have been having a hard time getting a point.
It's a great block there for the Golden Tigresses. Now it's Mihi Coronado serving. Great serve. Gia Makilang on that coverage. Judiel cross court scores.
I love that confidence by Judel Nitura. And parang si Judel Nitura kanina medyo mabagal pa yung laro niya. But head on the coming sets, nag-iiba yung laro niya, mas lumalakas siya.
That's true. Ayla Cordora. Judel Nitura bump set. Gia Makilang with that off speed. Gia Makilang down the line. Cassie Carvalho was there. Oh, too close. 1-2 play. And Letran Lady Knights gets that point.
Now Letran is ahead by 1 point against UST.
But no one anticipated that for UST.
Actually, nakita ni Det but then she had the trust sa teammates niya na kukunin nila.
Si Carvalho running attacks. And that's Marga Altea right on time.
Finally scoring from a running attack is Marga Altea.
This cool play is brought to you by R&B Milk Tea. Order now.
Kanina pa actually nila sinusubukan yun.
Yeah.
Paano sila makakapuntos with Marga Altea doing that running stint on the side of UST.
But of course, that was courtesy of a perfect pass.
Yes. UST just looking at a chance here na mapalayo yung score, having that 4-2 substitution with Wahe and Braun.
So it's a 3-man attackers for Coach Shaq. That Pepito. Kyla Cordora cross court. Gia Makilang down the line. It's wide for Gia Makilang.
So many attacks that they've been looking for check balls pero hindi na bibigay. Kasi hindi nga naman check ball.
I think for Gia Makilang, she's really avoiding the blockers there, although she is getting that system, or she's getting that placement, but unfortunately napasobrahan nga lang on an angle or on an attack. Again, this time Gia Makilang tries and she scores.
On her second try, she gets a point for Letran.
Gia Makilang stepping up big time here for the Letran Lady Knights. In fact, during their Batangas leg, Jelena, hindi nga siya nagamit doon. It was Colendra and Judel Nitura and Martin as well, who collectively worked together to get that bronze. But this time, it's Kyla Cordora scoring for the Golden Tigresses. It's our second technical timeout, 16-15.
From era to era to era, the fun goes on. Shakey's 50 years.
Only projects, plans, play, game. With Smart Only 5G, valid for 3 days. Tuloy, tuloy, tuloy. Simply reliable. For only 85 pesos. With Smart, load now.
Kick Mobile. Download the Kick app, choose your number, activate the eSIM, and own the country's first ever customizable mobile experience. Stay first in line for network priority. Kick Mobile. Download now.
And again, good afternoon to all our Valley fans who are watching us live, whether you're here in the Playtime Phil Oil Center or you're watching us live online. We have a triple NCAA versus UAAP games for today's Sunday treat. So hang in there as we have more exciting games to come, Jelena. Ito, first game pa lang, but as expected, both teams will really have to showcase their best foot forward.
It's a really nail-biter game we're having right now. And makikita mo talaga all throughout the years that we've been holding this competition, these teams have improved a lot.
Yep.
Especially on the side of Letran.
Yes. Who got, back-to-back appearance in the finals in the NCAA. Of course, going up against the CSB Lady Blazers. Ayla Cordora serving. Gia Makilang with that first ball. Colendra off speed. Saiza Gula down the line. 1-2 play for Letran. That Pepito with that 1-2 of her own. And Padilla denied, or rather Maluto denied by Marga Altea.
Good luck coming from Marga Altea. She read na si Maluto yung papalo and then she blocked it just at the right time.
That will force the hand of Coach Alexi. Let's listen in.
So if you can, try to put there. Good. Now, good pass. We play sides. And that's it. I need to be sure. So we can create the gap. You have one job. Ask again. Loud. So we get the gap there. Good? We are in the game, ladies. But
that huddle was powered by Kick. Download the app now.
And again, going back to basics, pasa, and itong si Coach, nag-remind siya na hindi lang diretso yung direction na pwede mong gawin sa bola. When you have it, you could do a check out or you could do a tip over. And those are some of the things that you need to remember, especially pag itigitan yung laro. Yep. Going back to the basics, yung wrist action.
Yes. So let's see how the Lady Knights will respond to that timeout. Chance ball. Colendra denied. Coverage was there. Colendra again. It's a no-go for the Lady Knights.
Colendra was looking for a check ball.
Now you can see her frustration.
Yeah. And I think that's really the goal kasi ang tatangkad ng blockers
exactly.
niya. So, hindi din siya makabaon ng bola kasi alam mong mas malaki sila.
Yep. Kyla Cordora serving. Oh, a costly one. Service error.
We have to be reminded of the last game of UST wherein 2 points away na lang sila, mananalo na. But then, there was a turnover to UP kung saan UP had 8 straight points for them to win that game.
Well, if you're UST, you can't afford to play complacently here. But fortunately for them, Letran with a service error of their own.
And you could feel the pressure on both sides. Kasi ito, they've committed consecutive errors in their services.
It's Marga Altea on deck to serve.
Serving for UST.
Great float serve there. Colendra. Cross court. Kyla Cordora was there. Wahe to Saiza. Colendra. Ooh, too much muscle on that attack.
Colendra just trying to get something out. But, you know, that was a costly error.
Yep.
And coach just trying to remind her, you did a good job.
Yeah.
You played well and then you gave your effort.
And of course, Colendra will be substituted by Martin. Or rather, our referees will not allow that yet. So clarifications going on after that substitution. But also, you know, I like that you mentioned, Jelena, how that turnover in the UP versus UST game. So if you're UST, you really can't afford, you know, to be complacent in a tight-up match like this.
Yes, kasi nangyari na sa inyo before. And you can't deny the fact that it might happen again.
Yep, exactly. And of course, you're going up against Letran, who's also a finalist in their respective Mother League.
Coach is having a problem here with the substitution.
I think our referees will not allow that. Oh, what an ace by Marga Altea.
Marga Altea keeps on delivering. And that was a good, I think, nag-contribute din yun yung momentum na hindi pinayagan mag-sub ng referees.
So,
si coach.
Yep, the passers weren't ready for that.
They were too caught up in the situation na hindi pinayagan magpalit ng players.
Marga Altea sets. Saiza Gula uses the hands of the blockers.
Advantage on the side of UST. Having a right side, a little bit not too tall player blocking Saiza Gula would be a problem for Letran.
Right now, UST will only need 2 points to secure this match. As Marga Altea serving. Oh, great serve. Tumayaw to the middle. And finally, Letran stops the bleeding.
Padilla showing at the right time here for Letran. We haven't heard of her for quite some time since the first set.
So what a time for Tumayaw to finally activate the middle. Tumayaw with that serve. Wahe to Saiza. Saiza, no go. Gia Makilang from the back. Wahe reverses. Tumayaw reverses to Netura. That Pepito was there. Saiza Gula off speed. Tumayaw to Martin. That Pepito with that easy over. Saiza Gula down the line and she scores.
Just in time. Making that statement down the line hit for UST. Have Saiza Gula. And kanina pa niya actually ginagawa yan. But then, you know, I think Letran keeps on forgetting that it's one of her comfortable hits.
Yes.
So, most likely she's going to do it again if she scores on that hit.
And just like that, UST now at match point. With, of course, Cassie Carvalho serving.
For the match, Cassie Carvalho.
Fidel Litura. Si Carvalho was there. Bump set. That Pepito. Tumayaw to Martin. It's a chance ball. That Pepito again to Julia. Denied. That Pepito to Saiza and she scores!
Statement win for UST here in this set with Saiza Gula hammering that ball to the blockers.
And of course, what an effort here for the Golden Tigresses.
Ay, makikita mo, nakita niya na unang tumalon yung blockers niya kaysa sa kanya. And she really had that opportunity with that momentum.
The Colegio de San Juan de Letran.
No, both teams really showed a great floor defense and of course offensive system here. But in the end, it was the Golden Tigresses that really, you know, prevailed. But of course, you also have to give credits to the effort of the Letran Lady Knights.
And Letran showing a good first game. We're really seeing a bright future here in this tournament for these ladies and even in their mother league. Kasi grabe yung improvement when it comes to defense and the playmaking as well as, you know, having composure all throughout the game na very nail-biting and just a lot of things happening at the same time.
And just like that, Jelena, we can already see, you know, the bright future of Letran Lady Knights as well as the Golden Tigresses. 17-25 is our score here in set number 4.
of great pizza, chicken, and mojos.
Shakey's fun goes on and on.
From era to era to era, the fun goes on. Shakey's 50 years.
The fun goes on at Shakey's.
Kick Mobile. Download the Kick app, choose your number, activate the eSIM, and own the country's first ever customizable mobile experience. Stay first in line for network priority. Kick Mobile. Download now.
Shakey's Creamy Spinach Pizza. Creamier.
Creamier, yummier.
Unli projects, plans, play, game. With Smart Unli 5G, valid for 3 days. Tuloy, tuloy, tuloy. Simply reliable. For only 85 pesos. With Smart, load now.
25-16, 22-25, 25-23, 25-17 is our score. And UST securing their game number 2. And of course, our MVP of the match. This MVP of the match is brought to you by Shakey's. From era to era to era, the fun keeps rolling. 50 years of fun, family, and pizza at Shakey's. Of course, Jelena, sino ang napili mong MVP of the match?
Well, our MVP of the match nonetheless showed good effort and a lot of composure all throughout the game. And of course, a little bit of sass. We have Marga Altea.
And that's right, Marga Altea is with Danny. Danny, take it away.
Congratulations sa win na ito, Marga. So UST started this game strong, pero nakuha ng Letran yung second set. Anong ginawa nyo to keep the composure para maiuwi talaga ang panalo?
Siguro po, nag-start po kasi kami sa training kasi nga since yung last game po namin, yun po yung nagkulang talaga yung composure, especially po nung fifth set. Yun po yung pinractice namin this whole week, kaya siguro lumalabas naman pa unti-unti. So, more pa po.
So, ano naman sa tingin mo yung biggest challenge that you had to overcome para matalo ang Letran?
Actually, yun din po, yung composure. Kasi knowing naman po yung team namin, kapag po nalalamangan, may chances po na mahahabol po ng kalaban. So, yun lang po yung siguro biggest challenge namin. Same po kanina, like nag-tie na. So, dapat kapag ganon, mas maging strong pa kami and mas maging composed pa po kami sa next.
Ayan, Marga, sino ang mga gusto mong batiin?
Yung family ko po sa Davao and nanonood and sa UST community po and yung mga nandito po na supporters.
At dahil ikaw ang aming player of the game, Shakey's has a special gift for you. Okay, back to you, Rhea.
Thank you so much, Danny. Of course, that's our MVP of the match. Now, let's check out our Smart Powered Up plays brought to you by Smart's Unli 5G. Stay connected for only 85 pesos for 3 days. Load now through the Smart Up. Of course, Jelena, in set number 1, we saw how the UST Golden Tigers has really dominated that set. They capitalized on their attack points. We saw Kyla Cordora, Saiza Gula, and of course, Julia Balingit, teaming up for the offense of the Golden Tigresses there. Although, may pinakita naman ang Letran Lady Knights on that set. Unfortunately, they couldn't secure that set on their own.
And I think it was also a first set shock for Letran na hindi nila, though they've studied the team well, the UST, but then nilamangan sila ng malayo, kaya medyo shaky yung laro nila. But then it was a different thing here in the second set, coming in na mas lamang yung UST. But at the end of the game, we had a couple of deadlocks as well as Letran ending the set with key powerhouses like Martin, Balingit, Mitura, and just their setter doing good playmaking as well as their defense was on point.
That's true. We saw here in set number 2 how both coaches tried to mix things up in terms of the lineup here, courtesy of our all-2-play rule. But in the end, it was the Letran Lady Knights that prevailed. And in the latter part, you keep on mentioning how Colendra really provided quality minutes on her squad. And that really, changed the face of the game there for Letran Lady Knights, as 25-22 is our score in set number 2. But also in set number 3, dito na natin nakita yung full forces of both teams. We saw how both coaches, chip in other starters here. We have Marga Altea, our MVP of the match. We have May Coronado, Saiza Gula, and of course, Kyla Corridora, all collectively teaming up for the Golden Tigers. But also on the side of Letran, Judel Netura was there also. Although hindi natin nakita si Martin, Colendra was also there. Nakuha niya yung momentum niya in set number 2 and pinatuloy niya yun in set number 3.
And here in set number 3, we also saw how both teams dealt with composure and as well as the pressure given na sobrang dikit ng laro, which ended with a 25-23 with courtesy of UST winning that set. And here in set number 4, mafe-feel mo na talaga yung pressure for both teams. Yun nga, again, lumamang ng malayo yung UST. But in the end, nahabol ito ng Letran. But UST just had a lot of experience and composure when it comes to mga gitgitan na laro. And you know that they lost their last game and they really want to bounce back in this game against Letran, giving them that composure and that confidence.
Exactly, and you also made mention about security. Yung kinakailangan ng UST in this match. They're going up against a finalist in or rather, they went up against a finalist in Letran. So, kinakailangan nila yung security as our score is 25-16, 25-22 in the second set. And of course, in the fourth set, it was UST that still prevailed. And for now, let's take a look at the numbers in this match.
As I've mentioned earlier, I think this game was really about quality gameplay and quality minutes from both teams. Seeing that sa attacks, hindi din sila magkalayo with 45 attacks coming from Letran and 54 coming from UST, and blocks coming from Letran with 3 and 11 from UST, and aces with 4 from Letran and 6 from UST. And then sa errors, tatlo lang ang difference na meron, 29 from UST and 26 from Letran. And you can see here that both teams have really improved all throughout the years that they have been showing up here at Shaky, since bumaba yung errors nila and the matter of how they play the game. Quality na talaga yung dinadala nila.
And of course, due to the cancellation of games last September 26, here are the updated match schedules for October 3 and 5. That's CSB Lady Blazers going up against San Sebastian College of Recoletos. And of course, SBU will go up against LPU, and Mapua will go up against a familiar foe in Letran Lady Knights.
We have on October 5th, we have CSB and Perpetual going up against each other. EAC versus LPU and JRU versus Adamson University.
So another familiar foes going up against each other. But for now, our next match will be again another UAAP NCAA teams that will battle it out. It's Emilio Aguinaldo College going up against the UAAP champions in the National University. So again, this has been Ray Ragas alongside Jalina Lucenio and Danny Nakpil. We'll see you on the next game.